Hello, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Wednesday, October 6, 2021. I just got trolled by the Minecraft launcher again. I already got trolled by it on Monday as I wanted to play on the Sebbi and Friends server. On Monday, it stated that I would be offline, so I just assumed, well, there is apparently a problem with the services of Minecraft, so I don't even bother launching the game. I just stopped at the launcher and thought, okay, this problem will solve itself basically in a couple of hours. And yeah, so I just closed the launcher again and went on with my day basically. Recorded some other video game instead, but that's fine, that's completely fine. Today, as I wanted to start recording this episode, the launcher still stated I would be offline, so I was a little bit concerned because I'm not entirely sure. I do have to check this, or I do have to find a way in case this really... Oh man, I'm encumbered. Okay, let's clean the inventory. Let's clean the inventory first so I can leave the glass panes here. I do have lots of fish. I can... Do I need the oak planks and the spruce planks? I think I can leave the oak planks here. I got the spruce signs. I also like to try out oak signs, and I think that birch. I really think that birch will be the best the best material for the signs. I also like to try out a birch sign. No, oh man, this is all wrong. Because I think the light wood might work best with the approach for displaying the personal records. Okay, I need those signs. The letters. I think I will leave the letters in the chest at the construction site. I can get rid of the grass block. And maybe the cooked cod. Maybe I will store the cooked cod up there. I'm quite sure I will forgot about the cooked cod. But let's put it down here. Let's stack up the grass blocks. Leather should be in my tower. But yeah, okay. This is fine. Let's try out the various wood types for the signs to find out what sign or what wood type suits the Hall of Sport best, so that I can display my personal records there. Yeah, so Minecraft launcher said I would be still offline, and I was a little bit concerned as this model, my personal avatar, is stored on an online server. So there are now two things I like. Well, there's one thing I like to investigate, and that is, how can I ensure that my personal avatar also gets loaded when I'm truly offline. So just imagine I would plug the plug the internet cable, the good old network cable, internet cable. This sounds amazing. No, when I plug out the good old network cable of my computer, what would happen then? So no, when this happens, that I then still do have my avatar. This is what I wanted to say. So yeah, need to find out if this is possible with the current version of Minecraft. On the other hand, since I do not have the time right now to do all this research and testing and so on, I was really worried, can I even record my episode with my usual avatar? So I searched the internet and I found some Reddit entries stating others experiencing the same issue. So they stated, all right, I do have the same issue. Can't, well, the Minecraft launcher states I would be offline, but the game still works. So I was quite relieved. Started the game, and indeed, here we are, recording this episode of the Coffee Break. So this is cool. Let's do the usual test approach. Okay, this is how it looks like with spruce signs. And this is how the good old oak signs look like. This is the standard. This is basically the color I'm used to. This was the sign of, well, this was the texture of the signs since, well, the beginning. So there was no distinction between the different wood types with respect to the signs. So it happened again. And yeah, so luckily it works. Despite the launcher stating I would be offline, it's still working. So this is good. This is very good. Here we are recording this episode of the Coffee Break. And when looking at the signs, I feel that spruce definitely is too dark. I mean, it's also very hard to read the text then. Dark oak would be even worse, I guess. The standard oak is good. I really like the standard oak, but I think, considering the general appearance, the general style of the building, that birch works best, because birch is similarly light as the sandstone blocks. So I think birch really does the job. Yes. Okay, birch wood it is. This is fine. I was just a little bit unsure if maybe I need a second level anyways, because I do have too many records. So I will find out how many signs I do need when creating some placeholders, but also when looking down from up there. This was just a quick glance I had down to the Hall of Sports. It looked a little bit weird with this rather slim thing. I mean, the slim thing is cool because it looks, or it symbolizes a finish line, and finish lines aren't huge banners. Rarely they are huge banners. So it would make sense to have just this line, but from up there it looked a little bit weird having just this barrier basically. Anyways, we are going for birch, which means I need to craft more birch signs. Let's reclaim those. Last week was chaotic because I found out, or thought to have found out, that the lecture period starts earlier. This week on Monday I had a meeting with a colleague who is, well, basically the lecture I'm responsible for also is some kind of interdisciplinary lecture, but this time not in a way that I do interdisciplinary teaching, but more on the way that there will be two lecturers showing their perspective, giving their introduction to their field of research, to their scientific field. And this, I guess, is rather stressful for the poor students, because they basically receive two lectures for the price of one. So my colleague is starting in the second half of the lecture period. I'm starting the first half of the lecture period. And yeah, so after half of the lecture period, they already had the worth of an entire lecture. So I'm responsible for organizing and giving the students the content of 11 lectures, I guess. So that's quite a lot of content. Normally, the lecture period lasts for 13, 14 weeks or something like this. So this would, if you would have just one lecture per week, would total in 13 lectures or so. But in this case, they receive 11 lectures during the first half, and then another, I don't know how many lectures my colleague gives in the second half. So this is really a lot of content for the poor students, but well, someone came up with this idea, so here we are, I guess. And okay, I need 3 more sets. Let's craft some wood. Let's get some sticks. Right, this is not enough, unfortunately. So yeah, after having had this meeting, or during this meeting, I found out that, okay, lecture period indeed starts 1 week later. So I was always right. I had 3 weeks of time left, as I was talking about this last Wednesday. Now this Wednesday, I can say again, hey, I do have enough time, so it's not as stressful. But yeah, I'm super happy that it is like this, because there's so much going on right now again. So many meetings, so many other things that need to be done, and that keep me away from watching the videos. So yeah, it's chaotic. It's just chaotic, and I'm super happy when I'm finally done watching all those lecture videos. I think I am 1.5 or 2 hours of video content away from finally being done with it. I can't imagine how happy I will be when I have watched all those videos. Oh man, this is really an annoying task, because I can't do something simultaneously. Normally, if I wouldn't need to write down the changes, the timestamps of the change between slides, I would just do something next while watching those videos. Like, okay, I know what you're talking about, so this is good to hear it in the background, but I can still work on something else. I can write something or answer emails, whatever. But in this case, I just have to focus my entire attention to the video, and this makes it so demanding. I complained about this enough in the past, so yeah, so luckily have enough time. Yesterday, I finally finished something that also is on my to-do list for 10 months or so, I guess. Because, yeah, after my defense, since it was during the COVID-19 times, there was not really a big celebration or some kind of celebration where I could thank my closest colleagues that were with me the entire time while pursuing this PhD. And I wanted to thank them for their support and for, well, just the entire time. I mean, when you go through this PhD process, you need friends, colleagues, and so I wanted to thank them, but with COVID-19 and social distancing and so on, nothing was really possible. Now, since restaurants have opened again, and I mean, I'm also planning this pizza for my students' evening, I invited my colleagues to my favorite burger restaurant yesterday, which was really a nice evening. So finally I was able to thank them for, I think this looks cool. I think this looks really cool. Yeah, I like this. Let's climb up to the tower and take a look down. Oh no, I mean, I do have also this vantage point. Let's get up here and take a look from up here if this looks cool from this point of view. Then get to the, yeah, from here it looks alright. I feel from here it looks cool. From up there it was a little bit strange. But okay, this is good. Then I can leave it with that. And at the end of this episode, take a look from up there to just see whether I still enjoy this or not. But yeah, so finally was able to. Okay, this is now a little bit of a repetitive task, but I really need to find out how many signs I really need for all the records. So I want to create some placeholders. Yeah, so I was finally able to thank them for their support, for the friendship, by inviting them to the burger restaurant. It was really nice evening, good evening. And yeah, so PhD situation finally completely over, more or less. Well, there's still this. Now I remember this again. There's still this fountain pen situation I have to figure out. I mean, I talked about this some months ago already. I don't know. Time flies so fast. What's going on with the time? I still haven't managed to organize this, but yeah. So fountain pen thing is still a pending thing, but more and more I finish wrapping up the PhD with all the things that caused some delay thanks to, well, the long and ongoing review process and COVID-19. So, but yeah, it in general, I just wanted to say, went out with my colleagues, with my friends, to celebrate the end of the PhD. It felt really weird. It did not feel like, okay, celebrating the PhD. I mean, it never really felt like getting the PhD. Waiting 1.5 years after submitting the thesis for the defense just basically ruined everything. I mean, as I submitted it, I was super relieved, I was super happy, and I thought, okay, in a few months from now I will have the defense and then everything is done. So there I was still hyped, but after 1.5 years of waiting, it felt like, okay, I guess I do have to do this defense thing. Did the defense thing, was successful. I mean, was very successful, receiving the best grade possible. But still, it was like, okay, guess I'm done now, right? And even if I would then have had the opportunity to go to the bar, to the restaurant with my friends right away, it still wouldn't have changed so much, because emotionally I was so distant to this entire PhD thing that, well, it was just a thing. And so even yesterday, basically what I want to say, the evening yesterday wouldn't have felt differently if I would have gone to the bar right away after my defense, because at this stage I was more or less emotionally detached from this entire PhD thing. But in general, it was a nice evening, it was a nice gesture, and it was fun to have this evening with my friends. And yeah, so this was good. It was nice, but was not really feeling for me like, okay, PhD thing, hooray, I did it. Anyways, let's do this. So I need placeholders, basically. So there would be a thing for 1K. There would be a record for 5K. Those are running, well, yeah, records for running 5K. Then we would get the 10K. We would get half marathon. And we would get the marathon. I mean, I could also add some 3K or so, but 3Ks would be so the question is, anyways, well, we come back to this in just a second. Cycling, what is interesting about cycling? For cycling, it's definitely interesting, the 40K distance. That's cool. Longest ride, maybe. Are there more? I need to check this. I need to think about this. Are there more cycling related things? 40K is some kind of important thing. Longest ride. There's also the maybe the 1 hour record. This is also something that is. I mean, I could also go for time trial. They also often go for 10K. So maybe I can have 10K, 40K, and longest ride. Just not sure if I can find out my 10K personal best using my tracking things. I need, and also with the 1 hour record, it's different. Well, 1 hour record I could. Anyways, let's leave it as this. I mean, 1 hour record I could come up. I mean, I do have something in mind how I can find out this, but let's keep it at this. Swimming, I hate it. 100 meters definitely. I mean, then we can increase at 200, 400, 800, 1000 meters. How many? What is cool? 100 meters is some kind of thing. Maybe 400 and 1000. I don't know. Swimming has so many distances you can go for. But what would suit me at best? Well, let's say I do the 400 meters and maybe the 1000 meter thing. Maybe. And yeah, then here with running, I could of course go for something like 2K or 3K to fill up this row. Or I could go for ultra. So it would be either 3K or ultra. Then I would, I mean, if I go for 3K, of course I would move all the signs over here. I was even thinking about, I think I would rather go for 3K or something like this. Because then those would be the rather, well, not normal, but the standard street running distances, more or less. Well, 1K and 5K is not only street running, it's also, and 10K is also in the stadium. But anyways, it would be more or less the street running. Then I could, if I ever do an ultra, have maybe some special ultra marathon monument here or so that I unlock once I have done an ultra marathon, like putting something here, like, okay, did an ultra marathon also, so that there are still some things to build on. On the other hand, I feel the marathon itself already is some kind of achievement where I would need some kind of statue. Or on the other hand, having just a sign there is not bad. Oh, wait. Of course. I mean, there we can continue. Oh man, time is running. Oh no, I brought the signs. Okay. We need to get back home. There, of course, I mean, this is a thing I totally forgot. I, of course, have to add triathlon. I have to add the triathlon distances to it. That's maybe the same thing, like, okay, I just display, instead of the 3K, instead of the 3K running distance, I could have a Olympic distance triathlon plate. And then basically similar to the ultra marathon achievement statue symbol thing I can unlock once having run an ultra marathon, if ever. There could be also an Ironman thing if I would ever complete the full Ironman distance. I mean, this would also be some kind of achievement. Okay, so somehow I need to get triathlon in there. For triathlon, since I only did Olympic distances, it wouldn't make sense to have a sprint triathlon sign, to have I mean, I would have to add so many placeholders. I would have to add a sprint triathlon thing, or I would have to have a 70.3, so this would be half Ironman distance sign. and I would need to the full Iron Man distance sign. Maybe 70.3 and full Iron Man would be some statues. This is really an interesting question. Okay, I might need more signs than I intended, but I'm not sure how to. I'm not sure what. Okay, I have to think about it. But yeah, from up here, I think it's still alright. At first it looked a little bit weird at the first glance, but I think it looks really cool. And I really like how bright the building is now in the nighttime. This also looks super cool. I really like this. It's fantastic. Yeah, Hall of Sports is cool. Just need to figure out what signs I need. Maybe I really need to have another row where I can add more signs to it. Have to count them. Have to count all the records. Anyways, we are at the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will be joining me next time. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!